So today what we'll study is we'll try to understand the two most important database, that is our world in data and World Bank development indicators. Okay, so if we'll type World Bank development indicators in the Google, it will come. Okay, so there are two ways to get it. So here you can see actually World Bank data is basically covered under four major actually categories. One is global economic monitor, worldwide governance indicator, then gender statistics and world development indicator. So largely you will see most of the data are covered under here, right? I think Madhusita, like you are saying, right?
Yes,
Suppose
sir.
for example, education. So education is come under here development. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So students has to understand this database, and I will request whoever is teaching research methodology. So now the time has changed, and you have to teach how they can use this data. Students can use, and at least they can view the graphs. Okay. So now you can see I will go to world development indicators. Now let's say that what you can do is here. So it is saying please select the variable from each of the following dimension to view a report. You can select from the left panel or by clicking the links above. From here also we can collect. So here you can see we are interested to do the India data right now, right? So I have selected. You can see the moment I clicked in India, so it is saying country 1, correct? Right? Database is like you can say now we'll go to the series. Okay. So let's see what are the series are available. Let's see. Now the whole lot of variables. These are different economic variables. Okay, which is there. Now let's say that what we want. Now first of all, what you want is the question which will come. What is required for your study? Now let's say that I want to do a basic condition like hypothesis, consumption hypothesis. So I will try to study GDP and relationship between GDP and consumption. Correct? So what I will do is I will go to GDP. Let's see what is there. Let's see. Now we have this much data on GDP, but let's say that I need uh, constant. I'll type constant. Then I need growth. I'll use some keyword. Okay, so that I will see what kind of data is there. Otherwise, I can download and we can see. See, urban population growth. I think someone was working on this. Population growth we are having. So government final consumption expenditure growth. So GDP per capita growth. So if you will do two data, it will be sufficient for our purpose, because I am trying to see the GDP growth relationship between, because the Keynes is saying that when GDP increases, your consumption will increase, but less than proportionately. Correct? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is my dependent variable? What is my independent variable? That will come later on. So let us first try to understand. So I'll select. Here you will be using the search dialog box here, and automatically you will be able to select. So I will select GDP growth, because one time I will do it better, and I will no need to do it multiple times. And if you want to know about this, what is this GDP growth rate? This is very important piece of information. You can see view metadata. Metadata is what? Metadata includes all the information, okay, about this series. Let's try to see. Suppose I'll click. Now you can see over here indicator name. What is the variable name is given over here. Long definition is given over here. So my honest submission will be there. Please give some time. Don't become restless. Read it. What is gross domestic product? It is the total income earned through the production of goods and services in an economic territory during an accounting period. And I feel very disturbed when you don't do the basic work. The student don't do the basic work because it is already available. Correct? So this metadata information you have to just copy it and put it in the variable description. Correct? Is it clear? And here what is there? It is there. The unit of measurement is very important. You have to see these two important. First of all, what is the name of the variable and what is the definition of the variable and what is the unit of measurement. So it is in percentage. So I have why purposefully because you people are not asking, so I am just telling you why I have not taken GDP growth in absolute terms. Why I am using growth? Anyone can guess?
Yes, sir. In the absolute term, there is a inflation also.
No, that is not the picture, because here it is not saying whether it is constant GDP or what kind of methodology we have to check. Now you just see system of national account it is showing. It is basically. So now let's say that limitation. So let's say that each industry contribution to the growth in the economic output is measured by the growth in the industry value added. In principle, value added in constant price can be estimated by measuring the quantity of goods. This is there. So however, it is saying okay. So the new basis should represent this. So to avoid the distortion in the growth rate, the discrepancy is left unallocated. As a result, the weighted average of the growth rate of the company generally doesn't equal to the GDP growth rate. So, you can say from here you have to read and see whether it is constant GDP, which GDP growth rate is it is actually telling. Okay, if you are not sure, if it is not given in clear terms, then you have to maybe search. But I think it is saying that is actually, if you will see the first definition, I think here it is already given. This indicator denotes the percentage change over each previous year of the constant price, base year, okay, in United States dollar. So we are sure, because whenever we do any economic analysis, always we have to take constant GDP. Clear? All are clear?
Yes, sir.
What you
Yes,
have
sir.
to check in the metadata and why metadata is so important? Without understanding, just clicking is just it shows that you are not a serious person, okay, or you are not a serious researcher. So please try to spend some time. So now everything is clear. I am very much clear. I will copy it as in a separate Excel name. Like for example, what I will do is, let's say that I will create a variable name over here. Suppose I will create, go to this, let's say that the GWC work, sample data folder. So I'll create a new file, data for, this is data. I'll do cross sectional. What I'll do is better whenever you are writing name, better you give either lower cap or upper cap. So, cross sectional example data, because I am doing a example data. Okay, clear? Because we are creating on a cross sectional data. Clear? So what I'll do is, whenever I'll create this Excel sheet, Madhusita, are you able to understand?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So what you will do is, you will say this is data. There should be final data. One is final data. If you are importing from anywhere, you can do another name. You can type is raw data, because before you bring to the final data should be the final one. But if you are doing any kind of cleaning work, you should paste it in the raw data. So this should come first. Then you create another sheet, that is variable description. Variable description. Okay. So raw data. So the order of the Excel sheet is like this: raw data, variable description, and final data. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now I'll go to the metadata. So indicator name is the variable name. So what I'll type here? I'll simply type I'll copy it from here. I'm not doing anything extraordinary. Just I'm doing whatever it is available to me. I'll select like this, destination formatting. So I'll indicator name. It means my variable name. So you can say definition. Just I'll write copy it. Indicator name, definition. Yeah. Is there any doubt so far? No doubt, right?
No, sir.
So indicator name, you will type GDP as a percentage of growth, annual percentage of growth. This is there, and definition simply you will, because this is very important. Now I'll go to data home. Later you can do wrap text. Wrap text is basically it wrap extra long text into multiple lines so that we can see all of it. You can see. Now I will just because it will create little messy. So what I'll do is I'll bring it to here. Okay, clear? And this one also I'll bring it in here so that I'll able to see. Clear? So this is my definition. Clear? I can increase the font size. So it means I know what I am extracting. And like if you need anything little extra, type of variable also you can add. Variable type. Whether it is your dependent variable or independent variable, you can type it there. Okay? Clear? Because then it will be clear in your mind. Suppose let's say that I am trying to study the Keynesian consumption hypothesis. So I will be doing what? This GDP is my independent variable or dependent variable?
Independent. Independent.
Huh?
Independent.
Okay, very good. So I will simply write IV, independent variable. I know what is IV, so or you can type it, not a problem. Independent variable. So it is clear what you are trying to do. So now this is how you will be doing it. Now let us bring the raw data. Already you have done one part. So I will close it here. Now the question is, what is the definition of cross-sectional data? Manusita?
Sir, basically cross-sectional data means we observe with respect to 1 year, we study the various country consumption and GDP growth rate.
No, I am asking just not the consumption and GDP. I am just telling you what is cross-sectional data. Give me the definition. Cross-section data are data on one or more variable. On one or more variable collected at the same point in time. Okay? Clear? Same point
Yes,
in
sir.
time. Best example is census data. That is a cross-sectional data. Okay? Cross-section data. But uh, here what it is saying, cross-section data on one or more variable. Like Chinmay got confused in cross-section data, whether we have to collect more countries or more variable. Okay, in Gujarati book chapter number 1, nature of regression analysis, please see the definition of data and try to spend some time, okay, and see whether you are able to understand or not. There is the definition is clearly given. You are having Chinmay the book, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you had the doubt, why you didn't refer to the book? That is a good habit. It will see the book and try to understand. Okay. So
Okay,
now
sir.
what we have understood, that it can be on one or more variable, and data is collected at the same point in time, and we can have actually more countries, not a problem, because that is cross section, okay, across you can say individuals or across state or across countries. So now what I will do is I will randomly select some few countries, some more countries. So let's say that I will take Germany. I will take I'm just randomly selecting. Okay, developed countries I am taking. Okay, then I will take. You can see. Then I'll take. Let's say that. Uh, or directly also I can take. All high income means it will give me all the countries which are belong to the high income. So let's say that United States. Where is the United States? United Kingdom is here. United States is here. Right? United States is here. You want to know? Here also, like regarding the country also, it is. If you will click on the metadata, it will give you. Like the country name is USA, long name is United States of America, income group is high income group, which region it belongs to, North America, currency unit also it is given, latest population census it was given, national accounts base year also it is given, reference year it is given, and then all the information just see it's given. Are you getting? So you can also study regarding a particular country which you are selecting. Clear? Madhusida,
Yes, sir.
if you have any question, please ask me. Huh? So we will take some more countries. What I'll do is I'll take let's say that Canada. I'll take. Let's say that we'll take some. First we'll go letter wise. Australia will take. Then we'll take Bangladesh. Then Brazil. Then China. Then Denmark. Then France. Then Italy, right? Then I'll take some other countries like I'll take, let's say that South Africa, right? Then I'll take United States, Ukraine. How many countries I have selected so far? Selected 14 countries. Okay. So you can go to some for more countries, or randomly if you will select, then there is column Spain, or is it Norway, New Zealand. Okay. So 17. We need 13 more. I'll keep it to 30, at least 30 of 30 countries. Greece. Okay. Then we'll take Indonesia. Then we'll take then can you tell me some country name?
Sir,
Yes.
I have a doubt that in cross-sectional data, which kind of sampling should be we can use, sir?
Sampling.
Yes, sir.
But here we are not using any primary data, only will be using sampling. So in because it is a secondary data, so we are
Yes, sir.
not
In secondary also, some countries we are choosing. So on
this
uh,
is we are doing randomly.
random sampling is more perfect in the cross-sectional data. Na?
No, 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 no. First of all, here what is the objective? Objective just we are actually selecting 30 countries. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Randomly.
Randomly. Okay.
So
Okay, sir.
sampling is like the choice of countries depend upon your research question. Okay. Suppose let's say that I want to compare low income versus high income. So I can do that also. Based on income also I can take. Not a problem. So it should be economically justified. Are you getting? Not sampling word is not the like here I will be saying because I am doing a simple random sampling. You can say, okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now let's say that I'll see 19 is there. So let's say that I'll say some lower.
Sir, ଆମ neighborhood country ଯାକକୁ first ନେଇଯିବା sir.
Huh?
ଆମ neighborhood country ଯାକକୁ sir. ଭୁଟାନ, ବାଂଲାଦେଶ, ତାପରେ ନେପାଳ,
Okay.
ଶ୍ରୀଲଙ୍କା,
Okay.
ଇଣ୍ଡୋନେସିଆ, ଥାଇଲାଣ୍ଡ,
Okay.
ପାକିସ୍ତାନ, ଆଫଗାନିସ୍ତାନ,
Okay. So we'll take Ethiopia, Finland, Fiji. Just I'm saying Estonia, Ghana. Randomly I'm taking. Okay. Then Haiti. Then Israel, Kazakhstan. Okay. So one more I need. Kuwait. Okay. So if you again I am telling you, if you want to see the detail, you just see which and what is the currency, everything is given over here. Okay, please check, visit if you are interested to know which country is this. So 30 we got. Now series also we have got. Now what do we need? We need time. Right? So now data is available from 1960 onwards. But in our case, we need only, let's say that because 2025 is the previous, means 1 year. So I will take, because it's a cross sectional, only I need only 1 year. Correct? So I will select only 1 year. But if you would have been the time series data, I would have selected all these years. Because time series data definition is when I am observing a data over a period of time, right? Or you can write a time series is a set of observation on the values that a variable take at different time, and these data are collected at regular time interval. Regular time interval means either it is daily or weekly or monthly. Suppose daily data is, example of daily data is weather, temperature data, stock price data. Weekly data is money supply data. Monthly data is unemployment rate, consumption price index. Quarterly data, GDP data is also calculated quarterly. Annual data like government expenditure. Okay. So there are also every 5 year also some data are also calculated, and so that is why you have to be very clear. Is it clear, Madhusita?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll just close this dialog. So already it is showing 30 countries I have selected, 2 series I have. Again, if you want to see which are the series you have selected, you can go and check. Okay, so it will give you idea, right? So already you have done this, right? So everything is fine. Now it will say apply changes. Clear? So it is saying no data available for the selection. Okay, so what we will do is we will change it and see whether the data is, because some countries maybe the data will be there or not be there. Okay, let's see whether we are getting or not. Sometimes it will create problem, but most of the time it will give you. Let's see. India data is there. Now all these countries data is showing over here. Which country we have selected? Suppose if you want to select GDP, Germany, you will also get the growth rate, everything. Clear? So you want to see this chart also. Like if you want to see, you can copy and you can do the chart. Let's click on the chart and see how it is giving us. Okay, so you're saying wait. Chart also work. Sometimes it will be little heavy website because a lot of people they are accessing. So now metadata information is also there. So now we don't need actually chart because we will do it in software. Okay. Better we will go to the download option. 1 second, because the page is they're saying wait. Okay. 1 second. It will give the data. Okay. Setting also we can see the preview. Okay. Page is unresponsive means there is nothing wrong. Just you have to wait. we'll wait. Okay, rather than being impatient, we'll wait. You will see the data which you have selected. It will be till the time it will get responsive. What we will do is we will go to the other one. Okay. The next, let's say that I will go to the our world in data. Suppose just I'll show you. I think what we will do is I'll start from the, so you will say our world in data. So here also it is much easier. Okay. Now what you can do is we just go to data, right? This is also very easy. Okay, I'll tell you this also how to extract both World Bank development World Development Indicators WDI and this one. So now you just see the metadata information is showing everything, which are the countries, everything is given. So at one place we are able to see all the countries which you have selected. Okay, so it is a good sampling. I think as Ajay asked, so we have low, middle income, high income, high, so mixed, so not a problem. So now it is showing download Excel. So I'll do in Excel. It will take little time, but it will get downloaded. So let's see. Just you have to be little patient, okay? Now it is saying data which you have extracted. Ajay, you are getting the steps, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you just see, I will do enable editing, protected view it will show. Now you just see, this is the series code for the year 2023, the data is there. So what is this? GDP growth. Okay. You can see some developed country, Germany, the GDP growth is there. Now the question is, how it has given the data? It has given in GDP growth, then final India data, then German data. So that is the whole problem. Okay, when we have selected at one go, so we should have selected only one data at one time, one series, and then we would have selected that. But that is not a problem. What I will do is I'll put a filter over here. I'll go to data. I'll put a filter. What I will do is I will select the GDP growth rate. I will say OK. Now I got all these actually data showing for different countries, 30 countries data is there. So what I will do, you can see, you can okay, copy, go to cross-sectional raw data, example. So you can see there is no problem. You should know we have not deleted anything. So country code is there. Okay. And variable name is also there. So this one is not adding any extra information. So we'll delete it. So we'll write GDP. Okay. GDP growth annual. So you can keep it because already you know variable description you have written. So short name here you can give short name. In short name you can write that okay, I have given only GDP, because as I told you, always it is better to give it in lower cap, or we can do it, but usually I prefer, so not a problem, but it is better to follow a particular structure. So now what I will do, I will do GDP I have written. I have written upper cap, so I will keep it GDP, not a problem. Then I think next one is, I'll go to next observation. I have put a filter over here, so I will take final consumption expenditure. Now you just see, I only need this data because I don't need already all the information. So some data is missing, okay, that is fine, not a problem. We'll see. So this is final consumption expenditure growth rate, FCE. So similarly, FCE. Similarly, you will complete this, okay, the variable description or the other variable, so that you will not miss anything. So you can see here also in the downloaded series, here also it is given long definition, so you can copy and just paste it there, okay. So let me say, now question is this Azerbaijan, okay, Azerbaijan the data is missing, okay. So what is the problem? There is no problem, because some countries it is missing means we cannot do anything over here. Only thing is that we have to see is it true or not. Azerbaijan it is missing. So Fiji is also missing. Some countries, so we will reduce this country. So better it is good. Or what you can do is you can select the better is because we have done already filtering process. So I will delete it. Okay. So that is a better side. So even though we are sacrificing 2 sample, not a problem. Still it will have this okay. Okay. But always you prefer to have like little more sample. So it's okay. So now we have a data. Raw data is here. So now this is our country. This is our country. Country code is here. So what I will do is from this raw data, I will copy this and take it to final data. So this is how you will be doing it, so that every clarity will be there. Like for variable description, I have not done the, I will do it so that you will be able to see. This is the indicator name. So I will put the indicator name here, put into graph test. I will copy this one. What I will simply do is I will do like this. Then this is my which variable? Dependent variable, right? Is it clear, Ajay?
Yes, sir.
And the short form is FCE. Small
Sir,
FCE. Yeah.
during the selection of data, there is a series name, sir. What is that? One is time, second one is.
You do it now and you explore.
Okay, sir.
Series name you are telling, right? So series name is, the variable name is series name. Which series you want? Okay.
Okay, sir.
So there are 1516 variables are available in World Development Indicator Database. Getting? So now our data is cross-sectional data is ready. Clear? Suppose now I want to see the same. Is there any problem? I have done from only one source, okay? WDI, World Development Indicators. Madhusudha, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So one thing I have left. So first of all, this is already we know. So I will delete. We don't need this. Now it is clean. Now you should do one thing. before you take it to any software, just convert into general to number. Okay, so you can see, because it is both are in percentage terms, so we need only up to 2 decimal, not needed. Okay, many data point. If you need, you can, suppose if you want to keep it 4, up to 4 decimal, you can keep. But usually uh, we avoid, or we just keep it up to 2 only, to make it little better, look better, and as well also it will not we will not lose many information over there. Okay, clear? See how clean data is I am having now. I can now run the regression based on this. Even in the Excel also, let me show you how you can do. Before you do it in any statistical software, I can do, I will go to data analysis. Okay, go to regression, and you will give input range. What is my input? Input y range, it is saying. So what is my y? My y is FCE, right? Because I am saying this is my consumption, final consumption expenditure, right? Which is dependent upon GDP, right? And this is my input, that is my independent variable. Clear? And it is saying the variable has a label. So yes, but because we have selected like only let me tell you, if you would have selected from here, if I select from here, then I will say that okay, there is, the name is included, it means the label is there, right? And input X range, if I will select from here, then I will say, better without any confusion, I will say labels are there. It means the names are there, variable names are there. Now I will not go to any other things. Later on I will tell you, you will able to learn many things in the Excel only. Is it clear so far, or is there any question in this step?
Yes, sir. Clear.
In my
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
okay, you will be able to do it, right?
Yes, sir.
Now can I think those who are having laptop, you can try, right? Not right now, maybe after the class.
Okay, sir.
So I will simply say okay now. Okay, I will not check any of this box, because I will later on I will show you what this box is, and only I have checked this box which says the variable name this. Okay, so now because earlier I had clicked here, so it has changed. So input is here, right? I'll select again. Clear? Madhusudana, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Now let's see. I'll say okay. See? So now, so this is a cross-sectional regression. Okay. Now you just see, we got GDP coefficient in our regression model. We got 0.79. So it means what? What is the interpretation? Madhusudana, you want to interpret? First of all, okay, let me tell you. Please go through this result and let me ask you a couple of questions. First of all, is this regression? I will ask one by one. Chinmay, is this regression is statistically significant? Or in other words, this regression is sensible or statistically significant to you?
Yes, sir.
How you come to know?
Sir, P value is 0.07.
Where?
Sir, in F statistics, sir.
You are saying 0.06 somewhere.
0.07, sir.
Where it is 0.07?
Intercept.
I asked you whether this regression is correct, statistically correct. You said
Yes, sir.
yes. From where you come to know? From where?
From sir, F statistics, sir.
F statistics. Okay. But how do you know that this 21.87 is a good number, or it is a good enough to say that the regression is statistically correct? From where? Because from the
Because their P
here
value
the
is.
p value. Because here it is written. If you want to see, this is a scientific. Again, I already told you earlier also. If you see, this number is in scientific format. Okay, you can see this number is in scientific format. The category, the number in the data is this is scientific. Suppose in the moment I will do it to number, it is only showing decimal place this. So if I will increase to this, you can see over here. So it means after 40, this 8 is starting actually. Okay. After 40, 7, 8, 8, 2 is 7 is coming. So this 7, 8, 8 is coming after 40. Clear?
Yes, sir.
It means what? The p value is close to 0. The significance f is actually this is known as p value. What it is known? Let me write.
P value of F statistic.
Let me write it. So this is p value. Okay. P value means the probability value or the probability of committing type 1 error or the lowest significance level or alpha. Directly it is giving you alpha value. Okay. So at which you can reject the null hypothesis. So what is our null hypothesis here? Anyone want to guess here? First we will write the model specification. Okay. So what is our model specification here? Equation. Chinmay?
So GDP.
Okay. GDP. First of all, this is a two variable regression model. What it is? Two variable
Re-
ordinary least square model. Okay. This is an example of two variable OLS or regression model. Or after regression you can write OLS, ordinary least square model. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Because it is estimated through the method ordinary least square. Okay. So or it is called OLS. Now what is the equation I have estimated here? My Y's consumption, that is FCE. FCE is my dependent variable and the subscript I have written. Why the subscript I is written over here? Chinmay?
The different time period.
No, I have taken only 2023 only. There is no different time period. Madhusida?
Different countries, sir.
Different country. Okay, very good. Different country or they are called cross-sectional units. What they are called? Cross-sectional
Cross-section unit.
units. Is it clear? This I is for different countries, which is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 X. X is what? Our GDP, right? GDP growth rate. GDP I again. What is this I here, Chinmay?
The countries GDP.
This you should say this GDP I is written to show the GDP for different countries which you have selected in your sample. Okay? Plus
Yes, sir.
UI. What it is? What is this term?
Error term.
This error term is residual, or you can say disturbance term,
Distance.
stochastic term, right? There are many, you can say, terminology. This is the model specification is correct. Is
Yes,
it
sir.
fine? Or still
Yes,
you
sir.
are having some doubt? Uh, First of all, that is okay. Madhusudha, is there any? Uh, this UI. Let me write it so that it is called stochastic disturbance term. Okay, clear? This is how you will be writing the regression equation. You have estimated. So all those students who are writing their dissertation, they should write what is their model specification. This is called model specification. What model you have tried to estimate. So basically this is your PRF. What it is called? PRF. PRF means what? Population regression
Regression
function.
function.
Okay. So this is a two variable PRF, population regression function. Okay, fine. So now our F value is fairly large enough. So it is bigger. So first of all, let me tell you, this is a P value. So what is the relation between F value and P value? How you will be able to see? Higher the F value, it is better. Higher the F value means lower will be the P value. How low it is? It should be at least less than 0.05. So this current value is, you can see after this 2 decimal point, it is again further 0 up to 4th decimal point. So obviously it is less than 0.05, less than 0.01 also. Even in 0.005 also, not a problem. Or so because usually we take alpha at 5%, so it is fine for us. So that is why we concluded that F test is statistically significant. The regression is statistically significant. Is it clear, Madhusida?
Yes, sir. Now clear, sir.
Okay, very good. Now you can see this is intercept. Intercept means this is your beta 1 value. So when it is estimated, we write like beta 1 hat. Okay. SRF, how you will write? You will write like this. After you have estimated the regression equation, okay, so you will write FCEI, okay, estimated basically. You will put hat which is equal to beta 1 hat plus beta 2 hat, okay, that is GDP I plus UI hat. So this is basically called SRF. What it is called? SRF. SRF
Sample.
means
Sample regression
Regression function.
function.
So it's basically this is coming from this sample only. Here, just you will replace the value over here when you are writing the regression. Okay, fine. Now, as we have concluded, now you can see the R square is how much?
0.4.
I'll put it to this side so that it will not trouble us. So next, some interesting data are there. So what is this R square? What R square tells you, Sinmay? How will you interpret R square? Sorry?
Goodness of it.
Huh?
The R square tells about goodness of it, or
Now you interpret this quickly.
45% of
First of all, whenever you get R square value, this is 0.45692649. Simply you multiply by 100.
100.
So if you will multiply by 100, it will be
45,
45.69 percentage. So it means the regression model, which is our regression model, that we have taken GDP as a or you can say consumption as a function of GDP. For example, our regression model is basically we are saying consumption, or we are saying FCE I is a function of GDP I, right? Yeah, it means this is
Yes,
our
sir.
regression model, right? Which is written over here. So the regression model is able to explain, is able to
About 45.69%.
45.69%
69% of
percentage variation in the dependent variable, that is consumption, final consumption expenditure as a percentage of GDP. The regression model is able to explain 45.69 percentage variation in the DV, dependent variable, that is final
Consumption.
consumption expenditure as a percentage of GDP. If you have forgotten, please, that is the reason why I have told you to go keep variable description ready. Okay? Is it fine? Next, first you will go to, first what you will do, step 1, check the F value, F statistics through P value. So now it is correct. Now step 2, interpret the R square. This is also done. So R square is fair enough, not very high, but it is moderately high. That is okay. 0.4569 is not that bad. Okay, because we can increase the more independent variable, so we will get it. Next, you have to check your regression coefficient, that is your independent variable, that beta 2 hat, which you have estimated, whether it is statistically significant or not. Is it statistically significant? Chinmay,
yes, sir.
from where you will come to know? Through the t-test.
So the t-test, sir.
This is the t-statistics. And the p-value is again, it is very low. It means after the fourth digit, so it will be like this, 0.00, after 4 digit, the p-value is like this. Here the same p-value is we got also here. That is 7, 2. Clear? It means
Yes.
it is also statistically significant. So now we can go for interpretation. Now can you interpret this 0.79? Yeah, quick.
The regression model.
Huh? This is what? This is beta 2 hat, right?
Yes, sir.
So what
Beta
is
2
beta 2 hat? Beta 2 hat is basically nothing but delta y with respect to delta x,
delta x.
right? Or
Yes.
you can write delta y is equal to beta 2 times delta x. I told you the interpretation of this. Marginal effect of change in y due to change in x, right? So beta 2 is nothing but the marginal effect of change in y due to change in x. So it means if you increase your y by 1 percentage, sorry, oh, okay, I got wrong. So first I will start from here, because you have to, when you are interpreting, you will always start from the right hand side, because that is independent. So if you will increase the independent variable, that is x, by 1%, so your y will change by how much? Beta 2 times. It means if I increase my GDP by 1%, my consumption is increasing by 0.79%. There is no problem. Why I am doing percentage interpretation? Because I have selected both are my dependent variable in percentage and independent variable in percentage. Clear? Madhusudha, is it clear?
Sir, again repeat the interpretation.
If you increase the GDP by 1%, then your consumption, final consumption expenditure as a percentage of GDP is increasing by 0.79%. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So, is the consumption, Keynesian consumption theory is valid over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How, from where you come to know?
Sir, from our GDP increases by 1%, then our final consumption expenditure also increases less than 0.79%.
Now, when we are increasing GDP, if our GDP is increasing by 1%, then our final consumption expenditure as a percent of GDP is increasing by only 0.79%.
79%, yes.
So that is why it is less than 0.79 is less than 1, right?
1%.
So definitely our FPC, okay, so marginal propensity to consume is less than 1. Clear? So step number 3 is interpret the slope. Is it clear now? Just for the basic regression.
Yes, sir.
Madhusudha,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
still some doubt?
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Ajay?
Sir, how can you interpret the adjusted R square?
First of all, let me tell you, adjusted R square you have to interpret only in case of multiple regression. Multiple regression, not in bivariate regression.
Okay, sir.
Because there are only two variables over here, one dependent, another independent variable. So we will not interpret R square in this case. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Then adjusted R square is basically tells about, sir.
That I will tell you later on when I will do multiple regression. Then you will come to know what is the formula of adjusted R square. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Because in bivariate regression, I don't want to confuse right now that what is adjusted R square. That I will tell you when I will do the bivariate multiple regression. Okay? Clear?
Okay, sir. Sir, from there is a p value which is less than 0.05, then we can say that the model is statistically significant. So,
P value of F
F
statistics.
statistic.
F statistics.
Uh,
Then,
Similarly,
sir,
if you want to
uh,
see the individual regression, your independent variable, whether this is statistically significant. Okay, so that is why you should know. Okay, I will remove one thing. Let me tell you first. Okay,
okay, sir.
I hope you have.
Sir, actually, now I am something getting now how the regression is working actually.
That is what you don't need any sophisticated software, SPSS, all this. Excel is very powerful. Okay. But of course, you need for something. Okay. So that is great. Okay, Ajay, that's a good sign.
Okay, sir.
So now let me tell you. First of all, if you understand what is the null hypothesis we are testing, then you will be able to interpret quickly. First of all, in case of F test, we check statistical significance of the regression. Statistical significance of the regression. So what you are testing actually, the null hypothesis is beta 1 equals to beta 2. Basically you can take beta 2 only also, there is no problem, because beta 1 usually the intercept we don't interpret, okay. So because the intercept is not of our interest, okay, so I will write beta 2 is equal to 0. Is it clear? What is the null hypothesis? It means when I am saying null beta 2 is equal to 0, means what? What I am trying to tell?
If there will be change in the GDP, there will be no change will occur in the consumptions, final consumption expenditures.
Again, can you tell me, Ajay?
If there will be change or 1 unit change in the GDP, there will be no change will be occur in the final consumption expenditure.
Yes. If there will be no, first what you are saying? Can you tell me again?
तार जदि जीडीपी रे किछि चेंज आसुची बा 1 यूनिट चेंज आसुची ताहले कंजम्पशंस रे किछि चेंज आसु नाही, दैट इज आवर null hypothesis basically.
No.
There is
No. First of all, this beta is 0. When it will be beta will be 0? When your GDP, first of all, that is why I asked you again and again. If GDP is not changing at all, if it will be a constant number, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8 like this, okay, so there is no change, okay, you can do a regression like this, okay. What you will do is take the dependent variable and just make your independent variable all same and see what is the impact. But now in the regression it is saying this coefficient is 0. When it will be 0, 0 into this means this is also equal to 0, na? Are you getting my point? So it means this regression, then the whole regression is meaningless. Are you getting? Means
slope will be 0.
It means the regression model is not sensible. Okay? The regression model or the effect of x and y is not observable. Clear? Okay?
Yes sir.
And the alternative hypothesis is regression is meaningful. It means it is not equal to 0. It means we got 0.79, right? So we are saying we are defending this number through our F test. So if we will reject the null hypothesis, okay, it means we reject our H naught, right? Our null hypothesis was regression is useless. But now at least we are sure that because our F statistics, where F statistics is statistically significant, it means our regression is not useless, it is meaningful. Similarly, the t-test for the slope coefficient, the null hypothesis is also equal to 0. Usually F test, if it would have been another variable, so then it would have been much more clear. Suppose if you will take another variable over here, so that then it will be written beta 2 equals to beta 3 equals to 0. You will see the questions like this. Simultaneously all the slope coefficients are equal to 0. I will discuss in multiple regression, so don't get confused. But at least at this point of time you should know what is F and how it is statistically significant, what is the null hypothesis behind it. Simply it is equal to 0. Alternative hypothesis is not equal to 0. Clear, Ajay?
Yes sir.
Okay, very good. Madhusida?
Sir, in the T statistic also we frame the same null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis, and then test it.
Yes.
Means,
But
sir,
you don't
in
have
one.
to care. First of all, you don't have to care. Why? Because the p value is given over here. Okay. But what we are testing, you should know. The null hypothesis is equal to 0. So it is a two-sided hypothesis. So you don't have to worry about anything. Just you have to write without closing your eye. Null hypothesis is beta 2 is equal to 0. Alternate hypothesis is it is not equal to 0. Simple. And one thing you should know, when you reject a null hypothesis, then we say the test is statistically significant. Test is statistically significant. This is very important. When you say a test is statistically significant, high F value, low P value, then it will be statistically significant. SF. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, I have
Because
doubt.
see, first of all, let me tell you, in the bivariate case, the null hypothesis will not change for the F test and for the T test. And again, I am telling you, another equality you should know, the relationship between T and F. If you will square the T test, you will get F. Just you square it, 4.677142. Just square it. How much you are getting? You will see that you will get this number. Are you getting? Are you getting this number? Marusita,
Yes, sir.
how much you are getting?
Sir, I am doing, sir.
You will not take too much. Clear? Chinmay, how much you are getting? This is the whole problem. Ajay,
Yes, sir.
how much you are getting? What I told you. In the bivariate regression, T square is equal to F, right? So if you will square the T statistics value, you will get the F value. There is a direct relation. You square this, you will get F.
Sir, 21.87.
Correct. Now it is verified, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
In a bivariate regression, that is why the null hypothesis will not change actually, okay? So
Yes, sir.
yesterday only we have studied T and F. So they are all coming from the normal population only. Okay? So is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Clear.
sir.
I have downloaded that data, a fresh data. I have done everything from A to Z. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes,
similarly, you can have a cross-sectional data I did. Time series data is much easier. So please do it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And show it to me and send it to me. I will verify whether you have understood it correctly or not. Prepare a panel data and a time series data. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You will be able to do it?
Sir, panel data definition, please, sir. Panel data means?
I will discuss. When I will discuss, I will give you.
Yes,
Read
sir.
Gujarati book chapter number 1, Madhusudha.
Yes, sir.
You will be able to tell yourself.
Yes, sir.
Chapter number 1, Nature of Regression Analysis. Chinmay, are you there?
Yes, sir.
But when I asked question, you are not there, right?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Because you are not saying anything. So, it is evident. So, okay. Okay, fine. So, thank you all. So, we will do. So, I think we have debated little bit, but it is good for our students who are doing it. So, this video you can send it to them, okay, Madhusnita,
Yes, sir.
so that they will